Hey everybody, Sean here from BoredParacord.com and also Paracord.com. Today I want to show you, this is basically what we're going to be making today. It's a single strand, quick deploy bracelet with a single strand button knot on the end. And I can show you real quick how this works. We won't have this on here. This is going to be the end of the bracelet here. And this piece here will also be cut and trimmed there, and the loop will also be a lot smaller, about like that. But I ran out of cord when I was just doing my demo. So basically what you do is you hold onto the bracelet, you pull so that the loop gets smaller and smaller, and as you pull, your bracelet comes completely undone. You're just left with one single knot here, super easy to get rid of, you may not even need to, and then your button knot on this end. So let's get started. So I have about 7 feet of cord here. What we're going to do first is the button knot, the single strand button knot, and I have a video for just this particular knot on my channel. So what we need to do is measure about 12 inches, 10 to 12 inches, just so you have enough to work this knot. And you're going to basically at the 12-inch mark, you're going to pinch it with your right hand, and you're going to roll it back towards you so that you have, I'm going to zoom in on here so you can see what we're doing here. Just make sure we got that going. Okay, so nice and zoomed in, and let me brighten it up just a little bit. So, yep, you're going to fold that over on itself so it goes under and it comes over. And we're going to make the exact same one, just like we did. We're going to make 2 of them. So it should look just like this. And you want to lay them on top of each other so you have 3 separate loops here. And we're going to make like a 4-leaf clover when it's all done. Now you're going to take your working end, you're going to go down through the loop on the right, up through the middle, and down through the loop on the left. So you should end up with something that looks like this. So real easy. Let me show you again real fast. 1 loop, roll it towards you, 2 loops, fold them over each other, or just lay the top one on the bottom one, then pinch it right where I'm pinching, go down, let me get a little closer here. You're going to go down through the first top loop, up through the middle, and down through the other loop on the left. Pull that through. So now if you look at it, we have 1, 2, 3. And then all we're doing is taking our working end, and on this 3rd loop that we just created, we're going to go down. So we're creating our 4th loop right here. So we're going down through the right loop, the 3rd loop, and then we're going to bring it up through the middle, just like that. And at this point, you can start tightening this whole thing. What I like to do is kind of just push in through the middle here, so it kind of wraps around your whole thumb, just like that. Give it a little gentle tug. You don't want to pull this too tight. And you kind of want to pinch this as you're pulling, just ever so slightly. And you want to figure out where the big loops are. So we have a pretty big loop here, so we're going to pull the slack very gently. You don't want to disrupt the other you don't want to disrupt the pattern, I should say. And so we have a lot of slack here, so we're going to pull that slack through just like that. You have your loop here, so I'm going to push the slack through, bring it out over here. And each time you do this, you want to pull just a little tight so that it kind of tightens up where you were just at. Pull the slack through here, tighten it up just a little, and it looks like it has to come through here, so we'll pull through there. And I believe that's that one, so we'll tighten that up. And you can see it's starting to take shape. And we'll just do one final tightening of this. Pull here, pull the slack there. Got a little there. This one just takes a little time. This is the tedious part. But I like doing these types of knots. A little challenging, but not too bad. Pull that one. And let's see, where am I going here? Well, I thought it was going to go that way. Now I'm not sure which way I just went. I think I have to go this way. I might be going backwards now. I can't remember. I got lost. It's not hard to do. Pull this one. And here. Yeah, I went backwards, but that's okay because it tightened up when I went both ways. But there's your button knot. Real simple to do. And then we're going to cut this right here and melt the end into it. Just like that. And then using a torch lighter, just want to get it just melted enough to where you can use your smoothing tool. You get that in there. Oh, and look at that. I think I had something on the end of my torch lighter there. Kind of discolored my paracord just a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to zoom back out here. And what we need to do is create a loop on the left. This is where the loop for the ball is going to go through, the button knot. So this is the basic shape of the bracelet, so you'll have this loop here that kind of holds it closed. So what we need to do is measure our wrist. So I'm just going to take this cord over, I'm going to take the other side and go over that. So we have our loop there, and I want about 2 fingers in there because when we start making the bracelet, it's going to get filled up a little bit. So once I have that, I want to kind of keep an eye on that center spot where that loop is and move the loop to the right side. It's just a little easier for me right there. And take this all the way up to the button knot. So you should have something that looks just like that. And we're just going to start wrapping this. Real easy to do. So as you start wrapping this around, you want to pull it tight, and you also want to pinch it as you're doing it. Just like that. Super easy to do. And as you do it, you want to cinch it all that way. You'll start to get little gaps in here. And as you move this way down, you want to move your fingers so that they're gripping on to that last one you did. Just like that. Cinch it down that way. And when I'm cinching it, I'm holding onto these center strands back here, and I'm just pushing everything that way. So this one's super easy to do. Appreciate you guys watching my videos. I haven't done a video in a little while. Just got real busy with some other things. It's funny because people come into the store and I have all the video bracelets out on a shelf. And I'm like, yeah, these are all the bracelets from the videos. And they're like, oh, I've seen this one. I've done this one. And it's funny because one of the bracelets that almost everybody picks up is the hex nut bracelet. It's the one with the metal nuts that are kind of woven into it. But it's funny because I don't know what it is about that bracelet, but everybody picks it up. And then they ask, are these for sale? And I have to say, no, they're kind of close to my heart. They're the ones from the video, so those are not for sale. I have given a couple away, though. Little kids, they really want one, and it's hard to tell them no, so I've given out a couple of them. One of the ones I used to wear was the, which one was it? I can't remember. I used to wear one of the bracelets quite a bit, and the little kid asked if they could have it, so I was like, oh no, real dilemma here, but I ended up giving it to him. Okay, so we're getting almost to the point where we need to make sure that the ball will fit through the loop. Probably a couple more here. Like I said, that didn't take very long at all to do. And look at that, I have about 8 inches left of paracord here. So 7 feet. 7 feet should be pretty good. And we just want to test this to make sure that that knot will fit through there. You can probably get maybe one more. Yep, one more is perfect. So once you get to this point, count down 1 from the end and hold on to that second one, because we have to loosen this. And you can kind of see I'm loosening that up. And take your working end and go through that part where you loosen. Don't go through this loop. And then just kind of twist this around so that it tightens up. You're just tying a knot so that you can let go. There we go, just like that. It should look just like that. Now once you have that, double check before you make your cut that this will fit through. And you want it to fit through snug so that it doesn't come undone real easy. You want to just barely get through there, just like that. So we're pretty much done. I'm just going to cut the end here. Oh, and the other thing is, when we melt this, you don't want this cord where you cut it to stick to the loop, because then when you pull it through, it'll get stuck on the loop and it won't pull through. So what we need to be careful of is that. So I'm just going to move this loop out of the way. I'm going to cut the cord here. And we want this cut piece to melt to this here. And you could also leave this a little long, but then you kind of run the risk of it pulling back through that knot, and you don't want it to unravel. So what we're going to do is try to get it to melt to the side here and not the loop on the end. So just like that, take your smoothing tool and kind of smash it onto the side right there, just like that. Let me see if I can give you a close-up of what I did here. Yeah, that's pretty good. You can see the melted part is not touching the loop on the end. It's actually melted to itself down here. So we have our single strand. There we go. I'll lighten this up a little. There we go. Hope you like this. Don't forget to check out the Facebook group. This will be posted in there. And as well as everybody else's stuff. People are super creative with paracord, so there's a ton of inspiration in that group. It's facebook.com/groups/paracordon, and I'll see you in there. Everything that I used in this video will be in the description, so if you need any supplies, we have over 330 colors, and I look forward to working with you. So until next time, paracord on. Do me a quick favor and hit that subscribe button to your left. There's other great videos all the time, and there's a few to the right side of the screen, and you can also buy paracord at our site with the link at the bottom left. Thank you again for watching.